Well, we've got a new twist to bring you tonight in legal saga of Kilmar Abrego-Garcia. He's facing federal charges of smuggling immigrants here in Nashville. And now a federal prosecutor in Maryland says the U.S. government plans to deport Garcia when he's released from jail in Tennessee. My colleague on the investigative unit, Stacey Cameron, is here. He also happens to be a former practicing attorney. You've been covering this case, so Stace, untangle this for us. What happened?
Yeah, that's right, Jimmy. You know, Garcia is at the center of two federal court battles, the criminal smuggling case that you mentioned, and a second case in Maryland where Garcia's family sued the Department of Homeland Security over his deportation to El Salvador. Now, here's how both those cases are now tied together. The Department of Justice is prosecuting Garcia here in Nashville on those smuggling charges, but the magistrate denied the government's move to keep him in jail and laid out conditions for his release yesterday. But instead of cheering that decision, Garcia's criminal lawyers here in Nashville have warned the court that they fear DHS will just go ahead and grab Garcia and deport him again. Well, yesterday in Maryland, federal prosecutors in that case said yes, that's the plan. When Garcia gets released from jail here in Tennessee, the government is going to deport him to some country outside of El Salvador. But prosecutors said that move isn't necessarily happening right away, so Garcia's lawyers here and in Maryland are trying to block it from happening. His attorneys in Maryland going so far as to file an emergency motion asking the court to order Garcia's return to Maryland, where he lives, and keep him there while he fights prosecution back here in Tennessee. Now, meanwhile, one more development in the criminal case here in Tennessee that could ultimately wipe all that legal bickering away. A federal judge here in Nashville has decided to take a second look at Magistrate Holmes' ruling to release Garcia from DOJ custody. The district court, Judge Waverly Crenshaw, he'll hear arguments and decide whether to overturn that decision on July 16th. Of course, we'll be there and keep bringing you all the updates in the Garcia case as soon as they happen. For now, I'm WSMV4 investigative reporter Stacey Cameron.